Good evening, my AKA Padders. We're getting right into it. It's Black History Month. It's Black Panther week. Black Panther just dropped on Disney Plus. Wakanda Forever. I'm sorry, not Black Panther. Previously on stream, we worked on the original Jack Kirby Black Panther design. I'm going to finish this. I'm going to color this up. Hopefully, I will get another stream out of it. But for now, this is that's the state of the union for that. And I'm your host. I am Peter Anthony DeLuca, another known as Pad. We're doing Shuri. Hold up here. We are just trying to fix a little bit of. We're just not 100% right here. There we go. I think. Excuse me, everyone. All right. I think that's enough. All right. So I'm going to try and document and get as much of this on camera as possible. I just been, like it seems like we're at a very odd angle right now. Well, let's go. We're doing Shuri, the female Black Panther, or the Black Panther. See, that's the confusing thing. If you say Black Panther, people are gonna be like, "What are you talking about? Which one?" And I was kind of back and forth a couple times on what her proportions should be, and if I should be doing the one from the comic or the one from the movie. We're definitely going to do the one from the movie. We have to. Just watched the video today of the Wakanda Forever cutscenes. And yeah, definitely some plot point. Like, I guess like the idea was that they were going to disassemble Wakanda almost. Very similar to Civil War, and through that process, they were going to lead into America forcefully destabilizing Wakanda for Black Panther 3. And I don't know, like not 100%. If whatever. Like usually the Marvel movies, what they do is by the third of something, everything's deconstructed. Nothing is what it was, and I feel like they were very successful with that pattern, especially with Iron Man. I absolutely love the way how they deconstructed Iron Man. We're going to noodle with this for a while because I already don't like parts of this. Yeah, and my apologies. Holy crap. I don't know why I thought this original stream was 8 o'clock. I mean, it's 8 o'clock now, but originally I scheduled it for 4 and completely forgot. And I don't know, nothing really updated me. It really, like I went back and forth to my original sketches for this were, let me see, here we go. See, my original sketches were something like this, and I don't know. The more I kind of thought about it, the more I wanted a little bit like a pin up, kind of give this thing some cool pink highlights or green highlights. Yeah, and we're still not. There we go. I mean, that's a little bit better, but the tilt is bothering me. The tilt is bothering me. All right. That's at least something right there. Jeez. Now I'm drawing a blank for her hairline and style, but we're still going to like mimic, and ape some of the movie for sure. Troll, yo, Troll, what's up, dude? Troll Heyman, dude. Ever since I first saw your screen name, your icon, I knew you were one of my guys, dude. What's happening? We're working on a Shuri, as you never seen her as the Black Panther or the Black Panther Shuri. I'm still confused with how you introduce the character. Like, do we say Shuri Black Panther? Do we say as Black Panther? It's confusing, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that's confused by it, right? But yeah, so I'm like just getting there with some of this also. I was like 50-50 on if I should include her helmet somewhere or like holding her helmet. Like I kind of wanted her hand like on her butt, but I cannot. But dude, it is awesome to see you. Thanks. It means so much. Thank you for coming by. It's usually like Friday streams too. Friday streams are not crazy when it comes to traffic and people kind of like popping in, but I I don't know. I felt like we had to do this, and I was hoping a couple people would be out there. But we got some new videos dropped today. We have a bibliography video dropping tomorrow. I'm just going to kind of introduce one of my projects. It's just I got my comps on. Not mine, someone else's project that I was featured in. So, and that stuff too. I'm always grateful for that. So, yeah, it's going to be more of a self-indulgence video tomorrow. Yeah, and ideas for videos. I'm always open. I'm always looking for ideas. I'm just kind of trying to keep the gears greased. Yeah, right, Dr. Ben. Right. He never had it. Yeah. I know. You would think what but you know what though? Like this is where it's kind of funny sometimes when it comes to like comic book logic and like the world of comics and all that. Because with T'Challa, right? T'Challa, I was calling like I want to say T'Challa, like or T'Chila. I can never pronounce that dude's name. But anyway, uh you would think like logically, like if he spent all of his time like training and climbing trees and scaling them, like going up, going down, his butt, like just the male butt, should be insane. Like he should really have one of those, uh, like almost like power lifter butts where it just looks ungodly. Like it looks like he was made in like a lab or something. But I don't know, dude. Like there's so much about that Wakanda Forever movie too. Just to touch on that, and I'm guessing everyone saw it, even though like I don't care about spoilers. I really don't. But it's almost like in that like because I was kind of listening to it today again, and I was just thinking like where, like how much of this was salvaged? Like what was the real story? And then some like info broke on the deleted scenes for the DVD, and it just seems like the whole original story for Black Panther Wakanda Forever was they were going to like basically break up Wakanda, create like a Wakanda civil war, and then put the U.S. government at like the center of it. And you're like, wait, you're like, what? You're like, like, and in that movie too, they always reference how Wakanda is like the most powerful nation on Earth, and you're just like, like, and they kind of also too in that Fantastic Four 52, they make a somewhat of a similar reference. And it's just funny to me because they're not consumer, like there's the economy, like you have to be consumer based economy to kind of get that title, like you have to drive consumerism for the entire globe. So whatever, that's just me though, another unpopular opinion. Yeah, like the thing is though, with Namor's origin, right? And I give them credit because they blamed it on the Spanish, like the conquistadors. Okay, but at the same time, though, it's like like because I was thinking about that too. And look, the way how I construct opinions on movies is I have to watch them a lot. I really do. I have to watch a movie a lot of times. Even some of my comics, I like to kind of have any comic that I sit down to like discuss. I like to float around for a while, and I think that's fair. I think that's fair as like me reviewing or presenting ideas to all of you. And so when I was watching Wakanda Forever, one of the other items that I kept kind of repeating to myself was, like, are you ready for this? Would calling things Atlantis killed what they were making Namor? So when Namor tells his origin story, it could be fine, and they could like Atlantis could already kind of be there maybe, or like I don't know, like the removing Atlantis, and or like could they keep Atlantis and then still keep the Aztec angle? Like what's the push and pull there? I think there's a little bit of real discussion when it comes to that. Like what where like because you kind of some of it you want to give Marvel Studios the benefit of the doubt, and you kind of want to say that they kind of maybe tested that, like they kind of knew from either focus groups or focus testing that this was like a potential path to go. And it's not like I'm not knocking what Namor was in that movie, because I really feel like he was a complete character. It's just a little like it's a little bit of that historian in me that like Namor is a part of that original line. Like he's as important to Marvel when it comes to the history of the character as Shazam is to DC. And if you contrast the two, like they really did such a good job with that like Zachary Levi Shazam movie. That movie is very much overlooked. And like it's almost like and then seeing how they handled Captain America, it's just like, and I remember reading at one time, like way back when the first Avenger was kind of like, when all the hype in that was building, that there were invader scenes, or they were going to feature the invaders in some way and have Namor in it. And people kind of forget that rumor was pretty heavy, and I thought there was like design work. And now I'm thinking, like, hold up here, like, is there design work of the invaders for Captain America? Where is it? We have the book right here. We have the book right here. See, now you guys are going to get me thinking out loud and not drawing. But let's kind of go through this. Like, let's see if Neymar's in here. Like that's a little bit what I mean about the focus testing is that maybe like you gotta give Marvel Studios the benefit of the doubt when it comes to that. All right, so let's have a look here. We're going page by page. I love the beginnings of these earlier ones because they really get into what they wanted from the movie, going through like the history of the character. See, like people think I love it that a lot of people they kind of just see my videos and they don't go through my social media history and they don't really see how anal I am about some of the things I say and the opinions I have and where they stem from. But I got a near complete Art of Marvel Studios library. I'm really at this point I'm only missing one movie. And like I sit down and I just like I go through these books all the time. Dude, look at these Hydra designs, right? What the hell? Dude, these Hydra designs are insane. So far, so a little bit of my criticism with these Art of books is they kind of reverse engineer what's on screen. So whatever you see on screen, they show you the work around it. Like they reverse engineer it. You don't really get like the red Thanos or the green Thanos or like the more extreme ideas that they have. You get really things that are very close on screen, and then they'll show you some of the ideas around it or how they constructed some things. This one's great though. Yeah, I just really like, and even this movie having like the Toro reference in this, not Human Torch, Toro. People always say Captain America: First Avenger has the Human Torch Easter egg, but it's Toro. See, this is cool. Look at the Red Skull cracking open the or using the cosmic cube. That is so wild. That's awesome. I would love it if they put together one of these and just had like the lost art of just really just almost like a dump of the unused ideas. Dude, this bike is so freaking nice. Such a cool design. It's hard not to believe that there's really something special happening here when you flip through these books. Yeah, and then we have the advertising. So nothing here. Yeah, it has to be on Reddit somewhere. All right. Look, acknowledgments. Just right there. Jack Kirby, FYI. FYI. We need to acknowledge Jack Kirby so we don't get in trouble. Yeah, it's tough though. Like like I know a lot of times too, it's like like I try and be fair with some of my like some of my positions. And when it comes to like the YouTube stuff, you're stuck being fast and reactionary. And I spent years not doing hot takes. I hate doing hot takes. I hate kind of not forming opinions properly, or giving myself time to, like in reality, like have a opinion, because it's hard to have opinion on anything when stuff just like came out. But it works, man. Like people, ever since I transitioned into hot takes and kind of started a lot of the James Gunn, I'll say criticism. But some of it is like I do feel like um some of that is like a baseline for me, because like I never liked the idea of him. Like I want James Gunn to make movies. I don't want him running a freaking studio. Like there's a reason why there's a term called movie executive. Like you have to be of a executive branch, like at one time in your life, to handle a job like that. It's so complex and dynamic, and there's like a pedigree for it. It's not, I don't know. And I think I'm like on the fringe with that opinion. Yeah, I think people blindly criticize him, and my baseline for criticizing James Gunn really comes from him not having experience in that level of management before. It would be no different if again, like some genius designer like took over Apple and became Apple co-CEO. You would be like like, no. Like that doesn't make sense. Like that guy needs to design, he needs to create. There's no pedigree that this guy has that convinces you he can do the job. And I think people that opinion escapes people. I almost want to give her a gold tooth just because I think it'll look cool. Yeah. Oh, dude. You know what? Troll. If you ever want to live stream together, like just do like a dual stream. I don't know if that's something you're capable of. You can do it through your phone. And if you have like earbuds or analog earphones, like anything, so we can kind of communicate. It's kind of like style comes from like repetition. You have to You have to be repetitive. You kind of you really. I mean, a lot of it comes down to like a lot of the sketchbook challenge stuff that I post, the stuff I'm doing for January. Giving yourself sketchbook challenges or participating in sketchbook challenges with the mindset of completing them, and that doesn't mean you complete them within the given time frame. For example, I'm still working on my own sketchbook challenge, January. Like, so what that does is it gives you like it pulls you out of your comfort zone right away, and that's something you may hear a lot. Like, and that's a little bit of a platitude. That's a little bit of like like you always hear, and it's really hard to believe the mindset of getting yourself out of your comfort zone when you're trying to draw will help you. But what it does, it's you're almost like educating yourself, and you're rewriting your consciousness. So more things become subconscious, and it's a little bit of what you can do out of instinct, and you have to build up your instincts enough so that you don't think about what you want to draw. Now you may fiddle with it, you may toy with it, but essentially in the idea that you have in your mind, in your mind's eye, you can put it on the page in the particular accuracy, in the particular like the technical side is correct. So like even here, like the anatomy here for Shuri isn't anatomy, okay? But my muscle intersection and my proportions trick the eye that it somehow fits. But this is inaccurate anatomy. It's inaccurate 1,000%. But at the same time, you believe it. So like, and I when I'm drawing this, what's going through my mind is this big enough compared to that? Is that big enough compared to that? And I'm sketching it, and I'm making it a little bit more broad and simple for me. I'm trying to solve like what I believe are like a couple, like like you problem solve as you go along. You think about what the solutions are, and you have to keep like pounding that pavement, and eventually when you have to draw hair, when you have to draw a hand, when you have to draw a foot or abs or deltoids, boom, like you can nail that egg shape, and you're moving on. And that's kind of where your style emerges from. It's more of the subconscious, where you're comfortable enough to be fast, to be loose, and it just comes out of you. That's the best way to calculate your development of style, or your style development, I'll say. But it's frustrating, and that you asking that question kind of hits home, because I remember when I was a kid, and like, where do I have any of his books at arm's reach? There's this one artist that came, and I've kind of highlighted him a little bit on YouTube. His name's Joe Madura, and he was the last great of the X-Men artists. He drew X-Men up to issue 350, which was the trial of Gambit. Chromium, like fold out cover, really nice stuff. And he was like this prodigy, though. Like, this dude was a weapon. And he later left to get into video games. He created Battle Chasers for Jim Lee's Cliffhanger. That imprint. But this guy Joe Mad, he shook me up so much when I first saw his art, because knowing how young he was, and he was drawn with this anime influence, this anime style. I felt like I immediately had to change how I just thought about drawing. And part of it was he had this like kind of less detailed anime style, but his artwork still looked detailed and full. And I spent, like, I'm not joking, maybe like my senior year, my junior and my senior year in high school, dissecting that and figuring that out. And I think that's like for my style, though, that's a little bit of where some of my facial features come from. They kind of still come from this like American manga influence. And I'm grateful for it. Like, I'm grateful that I was there when those books came out. I'm grateful that I was there to kind of see, you can call it like rise and fall of his career within comics, because he came back and it really had none of the impact he had before he left. He should never have left comics, and I don't know, like, I just remember trying to talk to my mother on our way to like Barnes and Noble on like a Saturday night or something, or Friday night, and trying to explain that to her, that I couldn't decide what style to start to try and draw in so that I could be like successful, and it's like I think about that a lot, because I'm almost just like, geez, like what like what was my mother thinking? Like it's just like sometimes people want advice, like like you, like in life, like you need advice, like you need a path, and the only people you have around you are just kind of, they think you're like an alien, like weirdo, and I don't know, I always, that's why I always say, if the Image generation guys like Todd McFarlane and Rob could you imagine like Todd McFarlane or Jack Kirby with the ability to live stream? I think they would live stream all freaking day. They would probably piss off their editors with what they were showing off, and and like kind of like they would just be workhorses. And I don't know, like that's a lot of how I look at it. It's just somehow, somewhere along the way, like this style of mine emerged, and I'm grateful for it. But it's hard to give some of that advice. I need to get my phone. I don't know where my phone went. Let me see if I can track down my phone real quick. I'll be right back, guys. Because we have to make this into the movie version. And cheers. There we go. Real quick. So this is when I say we keep dropping the mic, but anyway, I keep the point I was making. I keep rereading this, and because this is pretty much just speaking of Black Man. Look at that. Look at Alex Ross, dude. He's so awesome. I love Alex Ross, but yeah, I'm like filling my head with this, trying to really get some of those points down. Because I always feel like if I'm going to discuss this and talk about other people's work, it should be memorized and authentic. But this is really what I would consider maybe the 5th or 6th most significant Punisher issue ever. And to, like, let's see, we will have the Punisher Monthly #1, the end of Volume 1, the beginning of Volume 2, the execution of the Punisher. Punisher and Luke Cage going undercover where Punisher becomes black. Punisher dying, being resurrected as an angel to hunt demons, number 2. And then it would be the Marvel Knights return as of significant Punisher issues. Way more significant than his first appearance, by the way. All right. My phone is muted, by the way, so look, you dedicate yourself, you do streams, you do all these things, but the comments and the interactions it's a full-time gig to keep up with. Shuri, Black Panther, can we get usually like the Hot Toys? Yeah, see, like the Hot Toys has like the best reference. Like the products are the best reference. And geez, like like there's definitely, I don't know if you guys can hear, there is a lot of detail here. Like I almost just want to, geez, like keep her as is. Yeah, and also too, just like talking about some of that style talk. Like I hope my videos even have a bit of that, like a Peter A. DeLuca signature. Can I talk? Signature style. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Like you kind of hope everything you do when it comes to social media shares that style. Maybe we'll give her where is it? The original Black Panther had a cape, right? Like we might as well make her, yeah, right here. So maybe we'll give her like a cape. Maybe we'll do that. I almost want to draw this a second time and just light box it and leave space for the movie details. But I kind of like this. I like the idea of keeping this comic. I kind of. And I don't want to de-stress it too. Developing, like being dedicated to learn and to develop a style is probably one of the absolute best things you can do, because it forces you out of settling. And there's just indie comics at one time, it was like that was like the absolute what everyone did. Like everyone kind of settled, writing, publishing, all of it. And I hated it. You know, in my early days when when I was kind of involved in doing books and stuff, uh, like actively kind of going to conventions and doing things like like a young dude breaking in. I was nothing but disappointed with the quality of the indie like ranks, and some of that too kind of forced me away. Like I just felt like my peers were, um, I don't know, just not there, and I'm just like, geez, like no wonder why these guys like make no freaking money. Like, it was that simple. It was like that I hit that switch. I was like, geez, like I'm out. Like we're not doing comics anymore. And it really wasn't until when I got into like full adulthood that I just made that call. Like I just said, like let's kind of like we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty well with things. Let's get back to drawing. And then a lot of this, the EVS stuff kicked off. The Comicsgate stuff kind of started happening, and that kind of just angered me because EVS was a guy that like I was there when he came on the scene, him and that whole Hall of Heroes crew. And let's get into like maybe can we mimic a little bit of her haircut? Let's see. See, I don't know what I'm if what I'm looking at is from the movie though. But I think we're there. Yeah, and Troll, you can always DM me. Yeah, I know it's tougher to DM me on uh YouTube, but I'm on other social media platforms, and always tell me like who you are. If I need it, if I need like a reminder of like what stream, so on and so forth, I'll ask. So don't be upset about that. But dude, I'm always open to, like talk shop about what what we're doing, how we're doing things, what the process is, environment. Like look, this past February, like a year ago, like I essentially moved in with my girlfriend, and trust me, like every move we did, her and I, along the way was to have it so that I was like, all right, like I'm gonna be able to. We need this for streaming. I need this for drawing. She needed stuff for like her job, and like we planned around just having things available at a certain level, and there was like no way things would work if we both didn't like again like get our way in both of those like situations. So for this, we have to do it. We need a fresh micron. So we're 1 hour in. Feels longer. It feels way longer. I don't know why. I guess maybe because I'm a little anxious about this. I feel like I failed not going full movie. All right. We're kind of going a little bit light here with some of her hair. And keep in mind, we're it's only micron for streams. When I'm on like actual comic book production artwork, we use crow quills. We get into the nitty gritty of the tools of old. I'll say the antiquated techniques. We do traditional inking here. Wait, hold up here. Wind block. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, she's healthy. All right. So I just got a notification here. I don't know from what though. Okay. Wind Block 2, I saw you posted again today. Awesome, dude. I love that you're like posting more. What? Like your 550th design costume? Wind Block? Oh, sorry. Had to sneeze there. We're getting there. Oh, custom action. Oh, custom. I'm sorry. I read that wrong, dude. Custom act. Wow. How long does that take? How long does it take to do 550? Like, what's the average time frame for a custom action figure? That's awesome, though. I guess that makes sense, right? That's your again, customs, right? Duh. All right. we're like an hour in. I do have actual like deadline driven artwork to get to that, you know, that's not the best way, since I'm behind on all of that. I need to focus and do some of that off camera. So I'm probably going to get out of here soon, guys. But holy crap. I mean, got all you awesome dudes in here, and it's a freaking Friday night. So I'm flattered, like, immensely. All right, guys. Well, look, we made progress. I thought I started in a rough spot, but we do have enough to pick this back up. So I don't know. I want to try and continue doing these streams. We still have to wrap up the classic Black Panther costume. And now we have Shuri in the original costume, which is kind of cool. Because I don't think, like, I haven't seen many interpretations like this so far. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, got finished inking. We'll color it. We'll scan it. We'll make it available. So upcoming on akapad.com will be digital prints you can order. They'll be super super cheap when they launch. Okay, so the digital prints probably going to be between $7 to $8. You'll probably have to pay shipping, but at the same time, that's very close to some of the cost. And but anyway, and they're just going to be available. Like, they're going to be dirt cheap and available. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we'll get something going when block. Yeah, I will. I will. I don't know why. Like, I just don't recall any of the custom action figure ones. Yeah, no, troll. I try so hard to, like, endlessly stream. My goal every single day is to stream at least 3 times. Morning, noon, and night. Okay. And sometimes I want to stream at like 8 to 9 and then 11 until like I'm done. like completely done, which is also why we do like things like the sketchbook challenge, because it makes it consistent and it's like something for people to follow. Guys, no joke. I'm grateful. I love you. We're going to get back into it. We're going to do more. We got more videos coming. Uh, there's just so much more stuff coming, and I appreciate every little ounce of energy you guys give me. Yeah. Good night, guys. Love you.